Are we really recording?
We're recording. We're at 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
5, 6, go.
Hi, FlossTube.
Hi, FlossTube.
Take 3. I'm sure the bloopers will be at the end.
She just busted my steam, man.
She
just,
busted mine.
Put a cup on or a lid on the smoke. Like, boom, we're done.
All right.
Did we say who we were?
I don't know. We're the Bougie Stitchers.
And we're on number
We're on 18.
Your favorite number's 19.
Yeah, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Because, like my mom earlier today, I got, like, stomped out. She's feeling froggy. We're going to be interesting. I'm jet lagged, and my sister's on it today. We're going to talk about some cross stitch. We're going to talk about cross stitch and quilting all day long today. All right. So, what's our moment of gratitude?
Well, you didn't write yours down.
Well, you're going first then.
My moment of gratitude is for the. Well, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Don't say names.
No, it's not a name. Okay. I am very thankful for the elderly people in our community and the things that they teach us. I think sometimes as we get busy, I think we take it for granted, to like stop and listen to them. And yeah, I'm just thankful for their knowledge, what they've gone through that I have not had to go through, which I'm thankful. But I mean, I'm just thankful for them. And I think we should all take a little bit more time. Even you, Mom.
I was going to say, Mom's going to hear this.
I mean, just be thankful because for the elderly people in our community. Now I'm getting there. I'm getting to the geriatric stage. But I know that's why I was in the bathroom. I was upstairs thinking that moment you think about it, you're like, oh, maybe I'm in the geriatric stage. And maybe I'm, you know what I mean?
No, like,
I don't know.
This is the new 20.
At 40, I think I'm young, but then I'm like, I'm 40, So, but
I know.
On with your moment of gratitude.
I don't know. I won't even follow that one. We're a hot mess today. I don't know. I just had lunch with Mom. That was fun. It was good food. Mom eats the same thing every time.
Where'd you go?
Some Mexican restaurant. The one that's in Long John Silver Seafood Flop, which is what Nancy used to say instead of Long John Silver Seafood Shop. She used to call it a frop. So it was nice. It was nice to take the moment, a little time away. It was kind of spur of the moment. And I was over at Mom's for a little bit. I left Quilt Chicks for something, and I just popped over and said, hey, maybe we should do lunch. And that's what we did while you guys were doing your featherweight class. So I walk into Quilt Chicks. We'll just do Quilt Chicks now. We'll just get it out of the way. Don't talk about cross stitch. I walk into Quilt Chicks today, and there is a whole lot of women with a whole lot of featherweights, and they were going to take up the back part of the room. Is that what was mentioned? And I'm sitting there, and I walk in, and I'm like, well, there isn't anyone quilting or cross stitching anywhere else in this room. Just the featherweight brigade, and it was really neat to see. Like, that's a piece of history, and they're really awesome machines. And for those of us that don't have them, we want them. And for those of us that do have them, you love them. Yes. So there's a couple of, there's lots of ladies, but 2 of them are going to share their talents at our state quilt guild in July up in Sheridan. Yes. And so they were practicing their class with these ladies, and I don't know, it was pretty cool. I thought it was
And I'm
cool.
so glad they came because I'm one of those kids. I'm like, teacher.
Yeah. Probably not in elementary school, but definitely now. So it just, I guess that's my moment of gratitude, just to take a chance to hang out with the old people in your life, as Nancy was so commonly just put. So.
I wasn't meant to be rude by any means. It was like an honor,
no, but we talk about people, where, you can learn from people's shared experiences that you don't longer have to, like, you shouldn't have to walk through that path. If you know somebody who can guide you along it, I think you should take advantage of that. So, and normally you have to find somebody older, not of your age, to learn some of those experiences. So that's a good one. All right, let's talk about FFOs.
Okay, this is where my spot is.
So yesterday we're going over the agenda and we're texting back and forth, and I'm like, do you have any FFOs? And she sends me a meme. And so then I asked her, I'm like, do you have any FOs? And she sends me another meme. And I'm like, I don't speak meme.
They were good ones, too.
They were good memes, though. You just had to know what they served. So I have 2.
It's safe to say I'm at that 0.
I have 2. This
one, that's cute, Jenny.
This is I need an entire wall to post it. So this is my zippity doodah. And I just put it on this board that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I put some little trim around it. And I used mounting board from like a frame shop. But zippity doo dah, it was a camp finish from last summer. The Colorado Cross Stitcher hosts camp. And so this is, it's done. It's going in my laundry room. I just have to put a backing on, a hanger on it. So that's
cute, Jenny.
That's my one. And then I got another one done. I have one more on the ready to get done too. And that's my gobble couple. See, I have not sewn on a gobble couple since I finished this one. So.
Oh, that's wood. That's really cute.
So this is George and Martha gobble couple, Gobbleton.
Wait a minute. I thought you were at.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Okay.
So I think I'm graduating from 14 count Ada. So I don't want to stick to 14.
Oh, are you putting your nose up, Jenny?
I'm not, because I think everything I'm about to pull out here is 14 count Ada because I'm trying to use it because I bought it. But to offer that, this is just it was a rough cut piece of wood. I put a stain on it, used some fabric just to give it a little pop on top of the wood, and then I tied a little, let me see, I got a little trim around it. And I called it done. And I'll put it up in the bar somewhere downstairs, I think.
To be up year round, or is that?
No, I'll just probably stick it, try to finish them all in about the same size of frame.
Yep.
So I can use one nail.
Okay.
But that's my goal. I don't really have big goals right now. Small goals.
Do you have a fever?
Do I have a fever? Well, between Quilt Chicks Retreat and all the things we got to get done, just going on vacation, I'm going to go... We got Quilt Chicks Retreat, and then I gotta go fly and get Dan out of college. And then we've got StitchCon. I think I can breathe in July until the end of July when I go back to Virginia to move Dan back into his college. Just a lot going on. And summers we like to be outside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right. Got any FOs?
Nope, don't have those either.
I got some FOs.
Well, that's not true. One of my FOs had to be sent away, so that's like a secret stitch for now.
For what?
For none of your beeswax.
You sent it away? So I have a car stitch that usually travels in my bag that Leslie made me. And my zombie frog, I think I posted it on Instagram for those of you that follow me. It came out of the Just Cross Stitch magazine.
How did you get those
that
yeah.
is instant coffee. Oh, here's your finger.
Where's the finger?
It fell off. Would you sit up here so I don't look like I'm sitting up here by myself picking my nose? Anyways, there he is. He's gorgeous. He was on, that was white. I stitched him on white 14 count. It was a piece that I had in my stash.
No, but how'd you get the polka dots?
It's instant coffee. Like I dunked him in coffee and then he didn't have enough.
Oh, you like.
I just took instant coffee. I sprinkled it on there. I drizzled a little water on there and I let them sit. And that's how they dissolved.
Very nice.
So I don't know how I'm going to finish him, but he is done. There's one. You sure you don't have anything to share?
I'm positive. I only have some works in progress, and then don't have hardly any of those either.
It's been 3 weeks since we stitched. What have you been doing?
I've been sewing. I've had to do some sewing stuff.
That's nice. I'm gonna work out too while we're here.
Hey, guess what? You can touch your toes too.
Huh?
You can touch your toes. Sorry, we just touched our toes.
Everyone can see the top of our heads. They're very beautiful.
What are you looking at? Oh.
So
April's done.
April is done. This is Dan's birth month. I made a huge mistake in it. Look at the stand. See the bottom row? There should be 2 rows of squares. I only have 1. And when I realized it, I'm like, I'm not taking it out. No one knows but me, and now whoever's watching FlossTube. So, but this is an RETM stitch. And these are the birthday months.
And you knew there was going to be color changes there.
What do you mean color changes?
We talked about last time your March one, which
March. Yeah, this one, the call for colors are exactly what's on the picture. So, and I didn't change it much. I didn't use the called for material. She stitched it on 28 count crossed wing linen called Polar. And I think I used what did I use? I wrote it right here on this little card. I used a 14 count Ada vintage blue. I've got all this Ada that I'm using up. Anyways,
those are so dang cute.
So these are from Daleen. Those were the pins, and then this is what I did. I used a bunch of Starbucks gift cards, and I just made them into, because Dan's my coffee kid. We were in Florida this last week, and every place we showed up, Dan's like, "Can we go find coffee? We got to go find coffee."
You do have to find coffee in those places, coffee or tea, because that's kind of.
Well, I feel like they're on every corner, but we actually went to this place called Cal USA. They're a startup company. There's these two kids working, and they made a good cup of coffee. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not usually a big coffee, but I got an iced latte, and it was good.
Nice.
All right, what else do I have? Oh, I just have two more, but they're the same.
Just two more.
Just two more. Just two more. They're finishes. They're not fully finishes. I can't wait to show final fully finishes. But we're going to StitchCon. StitchCon A, weekend A. That one's mine. And this one is Nancy's.
Oh, thanks, Jenny.
Well, she doesn't know how I'm finishing them.
I know, like, what are we going to do with them?
None of your business, since you won't tell me where you sent whatever you were working on away. But these are in our Bougie stitcher bags that Nancy made me. And I carried it everywhere. You know, the funny thing is when you're out and about, you don't really know how you like to pack things. And by the time I got through planes, trains, and automobiles, I knew exactly this bag is perfect. It carried 2 or 3 stitches in it. I used this bag that Laura sent me, my Secret Santa.
Oh, that's cute.
And I had some stuff in there. And anyways, it was a lot of fun. But that StitchCon stitch is a free pattern. It's on the StitchCon website if you want to.
Did you order your swag?
I ordered my swag.
Nice.
I got swag. All right. That's all I got.
No, I can engage.
I'm gonna give me this.
Give me the stick.
This is twice a day. I'm gonna punch her. All right, let's do our whips.
Okay. Don't have a temperature chart.
I do.
I have a temperature chart. It's in the same spot with last time I showed you guys. Still in February.
A whole month's gone by there, sis.
Almost a month and a half.
Oh, you're still in the middle of February. Oh, I'm complete with March. I can't see.
You're good.
Am I
You're
in?
good, yeah.
So I remember we did the conversions. I was a little surprised on how warm March was.
It's kind of a
weird,
but it's almost the same. Look at that there. It's like,
yeah.
That's why next year I'm gonna do the lows. I have a board right here, Jenny.
Anyways, you see,
a very dirty board, but nevertheless I have a board.
We had like one winter storm in March. Now I'm sure it'll snow on Easter, which is what, 2 weeks.
We should find our Easter picture. Remember that Easter picture? It was like Easter and we all dressed like we were like
below zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all wearing black and
because we had to pull out our Christmas outfits. Anyways, I'm not really following her color patterns. I'm just using whatever color happens to be in there. But hopefully it'll start warming up and we'll get into some different temperatures, different colors for April.
My irises finally came back and they're popping their little heads up.
It'll snow now, for sure.
Probably, but
that's how it is. All right. That's my temperature chart. What else you got?
I do have a Quaker.
Ooh.
I got her out of timeout, but only for a day. Was feeling kind of guilty. Jenny's made the comment, mine's going to be framed before you even get yours done. And I said, yes, ma'am. Still this color.
Smoke. I hope I'm almost done in some because there's some colors that I'm like, I hope I have enough.
And I did the outer border. It's going to be a hard one to see, but I did the outer border. And then I started on the inside, just barely down at the bottom. That's kind of hard to see. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, it's funny. So keep yours out and we'll talk about colors on...
You can see it in your eyes, like here in the...
Yeah, but just hang on. Let's just talk. Just entertain me for a minute.
Entertain you? Want me saying Lord knows? No.
Not today. So I also worked on my Quaker.
Oh, below? Oh, here, let me get the pointer out.
So I was halfway through the village last time. And now I'm all through the village, and I've got the cat. I've got the W for witch. I've got that motif. I've got
this
the
one
crows.
up here?
Nope. Right,
What,
there's a W right under the crows.
No.
And then I've got those little ones.
Is there a heart there?
It is a heart. It's got H for Halloween.
Huh.
You have to read the instructions because I thought I was supposed to put a J in there for my name, but it's not.
You could have.
You could have. It's yours to do what you want, but the W and the H and on the instructions say it's for Halloween and witch. But so I love the way. Just put yours up for a second. Like I love the way Nancy's pops on. Like see how the white pops. The black looks really nice. These are kind of harder to see on hers, but the purple's nice. Like so, the spider webs are. Sorry, I just bumped your parts. And like I really like the way, but like that color is hard to see. So I picked a lighter fabric because I really wanted all of the colors to pop, except my white doesn't pop. See, I'm working on the ghost over there. You can't even tell I'm working on the ghost. He's next to the pumpkin. You see Happy Halloween, and then there's the ghost. You can't even see him.
But
hardly.
to the naked eye, you can. Like, because I can see him just fine.
Yeah, I just feel like I wanted more of a crisp pop, which happens on all the colors on the slider fabric, except the white.
I will talk about that as well. The same problem I have, but on a
So,
different thing.
That's my Quaker. So I just have this bottom section to go. I'm going to finish my ghost, do the skeleton motif. There's like a monster motif on this end though, so it'll still be a hot minute. And then my neighbor is also a framer. We've been talking about what frame we're going to
Did you know that?
Mary B? Yeah, I knew she was a framer.
Could you give me an inside deal?
I don't think I'm getting an inside deal. I just think we get to talk about it.
Framing is so expensive.
It is expensive. All right, what else you got? Hey, put this on vibrate.
Okay.
Are you on call?
Yeah, that's my other phone.
Oh, it is on vibrate, but it's still.
Well, WIPGO. What do you want to do, Jenny?
I've
Because
got.
that's really all I have extra. I don't really have anything extra that's not WIPGO.
Okay, well, I just got a couple of things.
Okay.
So, my friend Laura, who was my Secret Santa, we're like kind of pen paling back and forth. She lives in Vancouver.
Nice.
I know, I want to go live in Vancouver.
Me too.
But she passed a pattern on to me. So this was a kit. It was a limited time edition.
Is it a crow?
It is. They're ravens. So
Let me see it. Don't worry about these guys.
So when I was a squadron commander, we were the ravens. So these are ravens, and it's a two-sided. It's going to be a needle book.
Oh, that's cute.
But I had to think about how I wanted to finish it because I really have freedom's choice here because I don't have the material that it came with the original one, which I don't mind a bit because if any of you know me a little bit, you know I'm not a pink person. So I started working on this on Thursday on my plain stitch. So the line down the middle is the middle where the binding will be. So I just put a piece of DMC down the middle to kind of mark my spot. This is
Good idea.
This is a needle minder, not part of the stitch. The little sewing machine on it. But I decided to do blue, and I'll bring out the rest of it. So this is all done, and then I just kind of did the outline in that little stars in blue instead of 2 shades of pink because I don't like pink. But I'm going to make my needle minder book out of these 2 materials.
Oh, that's really cute.
So, anyways, that decision was made this morning. But I'm working on that one too in my spare time. Because WIPGO, there's a lot of work to get done on WIPGO. That's yours.
Oh, that's mine. I better put that back. Lord knows I need every single second of it.
Yes, you do. I'm a little nervous on my Quaker because I'm on my last Blackbird. But I'm hoping that's all I need is what's left. I don't know. If not, I'll be calling. You have to pick Blackbird up for me.
Okay.
All right, what's in here? Oh, this is my WIPGO. All right, WIPGO.
WIPGO.
WIPGO for me was, I don't know, a little.
Oh, I like turkey too.
Oh, is that a whip?
No.
Oh, you just have it to show?
No, yeah, it's a work in progress.
So let me just talk about WIPGO for a second. I just did my chart in pencil to make sure that I knew what I was gonna do or if I had to make some changes. And I made a change. I didn't make the change on, so 7 and 10 are what it was called. And my, I changed 7 and 12. I just flipped. They're both, we're on top of each other. But, I really want to work on this one project to get it done because it's Easter. So my first WIPGO.
I'm like, is your Easter and your Halloween?
My Easter's in a bag that I made.
With skulls.
With skulls. So last year, again, we were new cross stitchers at this time last year.
Mm-hmm.
You were just starting, and I decided from the Fat Quarter Shop, they had these patchwork. They were doing them like quarterly. And so I picked the bunny. These are not the called for. They are just different shades. Like if you follow Kimberly on the Fat Quarter Shop, she does lots of teals and aquas, and they're just too pastel-y for me. So I just picked bolder colors. And I worked on this thing, and I worked on this thing, and I worked, and it just made me tired.
But what was the struggles there when you worked on it? Because what are they?
It's just dense stitching. There's a lot of block stitching. And so I have like 4 rows left. And I'm supposed to stitch on him for 10 days. I want him done and FFO'd by Easter. 2 weeks? I don't know that I'm going to make it. But I'm trying.
But with 4 rows, you probably could.
No, again, because like I was over at Mom's, you know, waiting for the featherweight class to get over with. And I was like, in an hour, I did like only 5 of these little things. And I've got 4 rows to do.
Could you, I mean, are they just blocks? Could you cut it short?
I don't think so, because then it looked like a bunny without a butt. And
it's a bunny. Oh, it's a body too? Yeah. I thought it was just the head.
Well, no, it's the head and then the little body, and there's a little tail like right here. Like it's almost done. Anyways,
okay.
It's some work. But I wanted to get him done, so I just switched.
So this was for this month, or
no? It was it was number 12, and 12 wasn't called.
Well, I don't think I have my WIPGO board down here, darn it.
So I just did a switch. I left everything on the WIPGO board that was on the WIPGO board because it called for a Christmas stitch, and honestly, I just did it. I just started one of my ones, and I've got a couple more that are ready. But if I finish it, then I'll get that other one out or something.
Okay. So I was kind of disappointed in myself because I thought this one was going to be done. This is my house 13. And I truly worked on it for 10 days, and this is all I got done.
Was this March? This is March.
No, this is for February.
Oh, you're talking February WIPGO.
No. March. Because it's April. No.
Yes. April's was just called, so there's no way you could have worked on it for 10 days in April.
Okay, yes, this is March. I was like...
Pick a day, any day, sis, just not the one you're working on.
But these are a lot of counting and a lot of like, some are over 2 and some are over 1. And I have a lot more to do. And I really did think, probably because I was thinking my expectations were way too high.
Do you have the picture of it?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find right now. So I mean, this is mostly done. I just started on the bat.
Because it's a lot of outlining.
It all is almost all outlining.
All backstitch.
But like I said, the biggest thing is sometimes they're over 1 and there's 1 thread and one of them's 2 threads.
Oh.
And so.
Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah. So this will be on my WIPGO next year, I guess. But, because I got my summer parade done.
What?
It was a little guy, the little.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I already put him on in my, what are those things called, Jenny?
Project rules?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it's my second WIPGO. Oh, let me show you what I finished since I was still working on my March WIPGO was Christmas. And I picked, what is this one? Oh, Country Santa by Teresa Kogut. Again, we love her. We're big fans. You've got this really cool bag. Did you show that bag already?
No, I just got him today.
So, he stitches up really fast. My goal was to get at least half of him done. I'm going to save the tree for last. That's what this is right here. It's just the tree. And there was a lot of substitutions I had to do because I didn't use a lot of the...
Did you use DMC or did you use like the weeks?
I used a
classic?
variety of DMC and mostly DMC. I did a couple DMC conversions, but for the most part, Weeks Dye works. And I think he's coming along fun. That's the problem with WIPGO. Like, I was having such a fun time stitching him, and he was coming together real fast, and then I was like, oh, and now I can't work on him.
But who says you can't?
Because how am I supposed to get the other WIPGOs done if I'm stitching on this?
That is true.
I still work. We're still on vacation. I still, we do our thing.
Okay, so now we're into April's.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
Are you into April?
I am.
Okay.
I got my...
So this was my birthday start. And I forgot how much fun I really liked this. So I was mostly done with this right here. And this is what I've gotten done in one night, actually.
It goes together really quick.
I had to redo this because I was off somewhere, and it wasn't coming together. So I redid that. I took that out and redid the bottom part. And then I got the moon done. And then the second one. And I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, and I hope I can get her done in 10 days. I'm thinking I can. Either that or maybe I'll just drink a lot.
We'll see in 2 weeks how far she got.
But I forgot how much I love to sew on my sewing machine. And now my featherweight's done. I don't know, Jenny. It's going to be hard.
That's true.
Hard to balance.
You still got to do a little bit. Like, you know what? When I put that quilt together, I didn't bring that quilt in. I'll put a picture in at the end of the quilt that I put together. The binding's not done. And I'm not going to get the binding done before this is live, but it's fine. So this is a Fat Quarter Shop quarterly stitch. This is the first one I got. And I don't know. That's not something I would ever... I love the fact that when I get these kits, you never know what they're going to do. The Christmas ones are great. In fact, I didn't get last Christmas because I wasn't in the club yet, but this is Springs. And she is coming along splendidly, but this is where I was introduced into a different cloth besides Ada. It's still a 14 count. And so I was introduced to Cosmo thread, and I really like it. The Cosmo thread. So
because you bought it as a kit.
Yeah,
because I'm thinking kit. I don't know anywhere around here.
I don't know where you'd sell it. You'd buy it from, but this is what she's gonna look like when she's done.
That's Christmas?
No, this was the first Spring Stitch quarterly. This was the first time I was ever in it. But it came with it comes in a nice bag. It came, with great instructions, a pattern, of course, a needle minder. And where's the needle minder? It's in here.
That's the most important part. Oh, and I gotta show my needle minders back here when we're done.
Okay.
Well, those are cute scissors, Jenny.
Yeah, I don't know where I got those from. A needle minder. A lot of mine were all kitted up with scissors, and now I just started using the same few scissors because I've now got the scissor. What are they? The weights on
when
them.
You hold your neck.
Oh, that's because I feel like my throat hurts, but not like strep throat hurts. It hurts for a different reason. Because my dog slept on my throat last
Scissor
night.
keepers.
No, not needle minders.
Needle minders.
Yeah, scissor fobs.
Scissor keepers.
Scissor fobs. Anyways, this is the Cosmo. It's pretty and vibrant, and
it is very vibrant.
I really like it. I really like it as thread, but I of course don't know where to buy it from. I love learning about new tools and tricks, and that's what I like.
Yeah, talking about thread. We'll talk about this stuff later.
All right. Okay. You just got your last one.
Yeah, and I can't show you it. I didn't realize that.
Why?
Because I don't believe that there's a picture of this. But here's the deal, guys. I think I'm going to... It's huge.
What is it?
It's my Harry Potter.
Oh.
But I think I'm going to can this, actually. Just quick. Okay. I just am not in love with these guys anymore. This is all I got done. I only got like
You're not in love with Harry Potter? You're not in love with the stitch?
With the pattern. The patterns are kind of cute, but like my biggest thing is the car. And yeah, that's the car for this.
You don't like the car?
I'm not this pattern is not speaking to me.
That's fair. Don't stitch on it if you don't like it, because it's just going to ruin your day.
And especially when I have a ton of really, not better, but just things that I like and are calling to me a little bit more for my Harry Potter bowl, which is due next month, which I don't have a single thing done for it. Except for I got a wand. I got Stitch's wand at Walmart for $14 bucks. It's like you pick it and there's like 9 different ones. My boss got me onto it, but you don't know what you're buying. You're buying a mystery.
I'm buying a mystery at Walmart.
Yeah. And I don't know if I can return it if I don't like it. Like, I already got this one. I don't know how those work, but
you're very brave. All right.
No, I have my gobble couple.
Which has nothing to do with the price of rice and
because he was behind.
I got it. Did you work on him?
I did. I got her done.
Oh, nice.
I'm not gonna be done by Easter. Remember, I said, hey, I won't hopefully have this done by Easter.
I think that's why I've lost interest. Not that I've lost interest in the gobble couples, but I really wanted to stitch them so I could have them ready for like the season.
Next year, we're gonna be golden.
Yeah, because you'll be done with this one finally, and I'll get to stitch it before the season.
Don't pressure me, Jenny. Anyways, I got her done.
Just put that up for
I did. And then I started on the mister.
They are cute. I can't wait to stitch them.
And I remember I changed the colors a little bit. Oh, remember when we... Okay.
Yeah, you got a color wrong, but it didn't matter. I'm the oldest. I'm supposed to be the bossy one.
And you said, oh, these colors are just about... They're different because I used the wrong color.
Yeah.
These colors are just about the same. Are they not, Jenny?
They are very close. They're super close.
But
I mean, here...
Yeah, she's not supposed to be purple. She's supposed to be...
Pink.
Yeah.
What's the color of her neck?
Oh, that's what I was going to talk to you about. Remember when Jenny said that you can't see her...
Her variegated...
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
And this is like, what is this called? Gingham? Like,
yep.
you can't see that on here either. I mean, just barely. But you can hardly see her at all. And one of the colors that were called for was Snowball. You can't see it at all. So I did switch it over to Snowflake. And it has a little bit of pink. That's a messy. I'm sorry, guys. A little bit of pink and a little bit of blue. So I thought you could see it a little.
Yeah, no, this looks
a little bit better.
Hold on, we're making everyone seasick. We're all discombobulated. You take 3 weeks off and you can't do diddly. And you can't really see it. It really looks good though.
So I think maybe I'm gonna outline her. Maybe with
that's what I did on that. That's what I did on Martha's hat.
With one of her, the lighter pinks or something.
No, actually, I just did it in black.
Oh, I don't know if I want black.
Yeah, black's a little harsh on that, but his hat's black, so I just went black with hers because you couldn't see it. That's a problem I have with the roosters I'm working on that I was originally doing. All my whites and my creams look all the same on this one material, and I can't figure it out. So I don't know. I got to tackle that one when it's called on WIPGO. I'll worry about it.
Okay.
All right, plans.
I have actually a couple plans.
She has plans. I didn't even ask her. So in all the memes she was sending me yesterday,
they were good, Jenny.
They were good memes, but we should show them on your phone because you can't see it on my phone because we're recording on it. But I was just like, I'm not even going to ask her about plans because I'm just not going to do it because I was tired and I didn't want to do it.
These are some of my plans.
She's got like a stack of plans. That's all right. Yeah. I got a stack of haul.
One of my plans is to work on Moon Dancer at the end of the month. For some reason, that's kind of calling me. It was one of those SALs I started with OG Stitchery. I hope that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So she got hers called for WIPGO. So I would like to possibly pick that up at the end of the month if I get done with my 10 touches.
What about your Harry Potter?
Well, remember I already said I was probably gonna can that idea.
For this, I'm sitting on the edge of this chair and my butt's sore.
Yeah, because this chair was
the worst chair in the.
Well, no, Jenny, this chair puts me to shame. Except for it's so comfortable. This chair was David's when he was in the Air Force.
Our brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, at his house.
Yeah, in Oklahoma.
David, this chair sucks.
No, it's actually really comfortable.
Well, yeah, I guess if you sit back, but then I'm like...
But no joke, every time McKenna calls, I'm sitting in the chair and you move and it's like... Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why I sit at the edge of it, but it's putting my butt to sleep.
So, my plans, although I can't even show you some of my plans because we have all this secret stitching we have to do. Oh, I can't show you that one.
What's that one? What is that one for?
That one is for...
What secret group is that one for? Your pin cushion? No.
Nope, Nope, that one's upstairs. That's just... Well, that's not going to help.
I don't know.
This one is all kitted up with the...
Where'd you get that bag?
This is a
Gamma Treasures?
yes. I love her bag so much. And so is this one too.
Yeah, I saw that one, but I like the other one better.
No, I like this one better.
I like the one she just posted on Instagram. I want that
I
one.
probably can't buy it anymore for a hot minute because I've been making my own. Because I could make my own, but they're just not as nice.
I like the way you make your bags.
Oh, this is the.
Are these the 6 bags you made that you're not sharing with anyone?
Well, okay. So here's a funny. This is supposed to go to McKenna. I have no idea which one I sent her, but this was supposed to go to Kenna because of her and her 4. So there's a group of 4 of them. They just all hang around together, pal around together. And so whatever one I sent her, I just said, I'm like, well, how do you get the 4 girls on the back? And she's like, there's not 4 girls on the back. So I have no idea which one I sent her. But Jenny, yours is actually, hold on, somewhere here. I have to wait for material for yours.
Like that Ravenclaw bag I'm never going to see.
Shut the front door and say you're sorry. I'll wait. No. I want to hear, Nancy, you were right and I'm really sorry. I'll wait.
I don't know if you were right or not because I just like...
Nope.
I got you lots of stuff too. Let me see.
Oh, sister, I'm waiting.
That'll be the first and ever time.
And this is actually my last plan I have. We'll get back to what we were talking about. This will be done as well. Don't ask me when. Now, Jenny, now you feel bad, don't you?
I feel horrible. That was funny. Because for like 2 months, you weren't able to find Ravenclaw material.
No, Jenny, I found this yesterday at Walmart. Yesterday.
You only had to go to... And you made it last... Oh, I got it.
No, and I'll tell you, because I messed up on the... Because this is such a small... Or this is... You only get a fat quarter.
Yeah.
And you have to cut it directionally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to figure out how to make more on the bottom. But anyways.
No, it's gorgeous.
But there's another thing in there too.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. That was rude, but it was funny until it backfired. That's why I don't ever get smart. Because when I think I'm being silly or whatever, it smacks me in the face. It's just best to be. All right.
So you have plans and you have StitchCon.
I have wrote StitchCon down because we had to make we made our needle minders. Everything's ordered and they'll be here in a couple weeks.
That's exciting.
Yep. So get ready because we're about to do some gluing.
That's okay.
But I ordered the magnets and everything. I just have to find the right glue. What glue
Remember,
do you use?
I was gonna buy. Well, all right.
That's fine. We have to figure out. We'll talk about floss drops.
Yes.
Because we could do those like individual, like give everyone a BS. So our needle minders are little round needle minders that say BS on them for Bougie Stitcher, but it could be for something else too. But so we have, those are all ordered. We took care of that, and so we just need to discuss now our floss drops, and then we'll be ready. And then I think I have my small already ready. But then she made me feel, yeah.
I haven't started mine yet. I'm missing something. It's okay.
But you made me feel guilty because you said everyone's doing bees, and I was like, oh.
I know because I really I don't know and I still might do bees.
But
I just told you mine.
But I want a bee. Like if I went to the table, like I'd want to pick a bee. So.
Well, I'm thankful that you guys are posting, but I'm like, oh, there's so many bees. Like,
oh, people are posting.
Well, yeah, what they're.
Oh, I didn't know. I've also got a couple other things that I went and got floss for today that I might switch out. I don't know. I haven't quite figured. I mean, I'm ready. Like, if you told me I had to pack a bag in a week or so, I wouldn't have to worry about stitching. That's all I'm going to say. If I change my mind, I still have a backup plan. But everybody are talking about where you're going to sit at StitchCon and how you're going to sit. And
I don't know what the heck Jenny was talking about on that one.
We talked about this. We talked about maybe sitting at a table next to each other so that, like, we could be back to back, and we would still be close, but we'd meet a whole new group of people. But Nancy was like, Nancy doesn't talk to strangers, so I'm not sure how. But the funny thing is, Nancy doesn't talk to strangers because Nancy doesn't believe in talking to strangers. But Nancy meets all of our fans.
No. It's not that I don't talk to strangers. I am just socially awkward. I am not a person that you can just strike up a conversation with, and I'll tell you about somebody I met, and she'll probably agree with that. I just don't know what to do, and I don't know. I mean. Yeah.
I think that's funny because I don't see it. But I mean, she's been my sister for however many years you've been
Yeah,
on this
I
earth.
almost didn't get married to my husband because I wouldn't talk to him for the first couple dates.
Good thing Dave's a patient man.
I'm just honestly socially awkward, and I really it's a quirk of mine. And
Well, I don't know that I'm socially awkward, but I mean,
but you didn't talk to anybody. I mean, that was part of your job
that's part of
too.
my job. But I mean, I can walk around like no joke. I walked around carrying my Bougie stitcher bag, thinking, truly somebody will say, "Hey, do you cross stitch?" Not that they even have to know that I'm the Bougie stitcher, but hey, you're cross stitching. What are you working on? The only person who was even interested in my cross stitching, and I cross stitched in the airport, on the planes, was the flight attendant coming from Denver to Gillette, or Denver to Sheridan on our way home Thursday night. Like, no one else. I was like, really? I've been stitching my little heart out, and the only body that cared is this teeny petite little flight attendant who couldn't remember where we were flying into, kept having us in different cities, but not Sheridan. But everyone on the plane knew we were going to Sheridan.
That's funny.
So, all right. So, giveaway. We're not doing a giveaway today. I know we just lost half the audience, I think. But it's because we've got big plans for our 3,000. So, we started out with this FlossTube. This is one of the bloopers. We're going to make all our family subscribe to us just so we could have 10 people.
Yep, and then hopefully 50.
And we counted, and then we got 50 like pretty fast. And from there, we just, I don't know.
Yeah, and aren't we at halfway? Like,
we are at 2,800.
No, like halfway through our journey. Like, we started in July, right?
Yeah, started in July.
So
No, we're over half, but yeah.
Well, just over, but yeah.
Yeah. Our Flossiversary, whatever that big word is that I'll never say right, is in the end of July. July 29th or something like that. Anyways, so we thought we would just plan some fun stuff for the 3,000 subscribers, and we've got, because we're just going to stick in the rules of 3. So I think everybody who we are going to mail things to has been mailed, to include to Australia.
Has she gotten it yet?
I don't know if she's gotten it yet.
Surprise!
Yeah, so Deborah. So here's the funny thing. Who knew that in Sheridan, Wyoming, I would meet somebody whose nephew, who's an American, lives in Australia, who was here visiting, and a comment was made, and I said, "Do you think he would mail something for me?" And he said yes. So I don't know when he's going back. I don't know his flight arrangements, but so. The person who we owe a bag to that we've been waiting on patiently.
It's on its way.
It's on its way.
It's mobile.
It's mobile. I don't know in what state of the mobility it is in, but your bag is coming. And so it will be mailed in Australia. And so I think...
Are you going to go to the movie, Jenny?
No, the boys are.
No.
Sorry. My big finger.
Okay.
The boys are going to a movie.
Okay. Let's talk about our BFFs. Or no. The people we met.
Let's talk about... so Judy... we just caught one of your messages as we were prepping for the video. I have been assigned to Keesler. So there's a lady, she kind of was kind of sharing her story in the comments. If you care to find the comment, it's in there. You can see it. But so Judy, I went to school in Keesler because I'm a personnelist. So that's when the personnel school was at Keesler. It's still at Keesler. But there is a building. I told all my friends when I transferred from the Army that the Air Force was so excited to have me. They named a building after me, and it is not after me. It is after a general officer named Allie, but spelled the same way.
You could run with that one.
I ran with it. I so did. I took a picture. All my friends saw it. It was hilarious. But yeah, it's a fun little base. They're down in Biloxi, Mississippi. It's funny because she and I are both the oldest, married to oldest, and she has a sister named Jenny. So.
She's probably just as bossy as my sister.
But she's been cross-stitching for 40 years and quilting for 10.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the bossiness of older sisters.
You notice I just ignored. I was running on by.
Yeah, but I'm gonna bring it right back.
All right, let me see this. You've got a story.
No,
to
I
share.
do have a story. That socially awkward person. This nice
you're
lady.
the socially awkward person, not the lady.
Yeah. That sounded bad. So, and guys, I enjoy it by all means. I'm just honestly I don't know.
We really want, if you see us,
please
talk to us. We really want you to talk to us. we would go and tell everybody our story, but we'd probably bore everybody to death. So, but if you see us in the wild, which is outside of the confines of our home, we would love to hear from you. If you see us, stop us, chat with us. And if I'm like on the way to a heart attack, I'll let you know I gotta go. But if not, I'm happy to sit and chat. My husband's used to it. He goes and does something else while I sit around and jibber jabber. But this lady approached you.
Yeah, so we were sitting at the stadium, which is this little bar in Belfouche, and they have the same one in Spearfish. And I had just gone to the quilt store. Probably spent way too much money since I'm not spending any money anymore. And because I'm saving for StitchCon. And So David and I were having dinner, and this lady came up to me, and I can't tell the story exactly, but she's like, "Oh, you're from the Bougie Stitchers," and I'm like, and I didn't know what to say, and she's like, "You are from the Bougie Stitchers, right?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. And so we talked a minute, and I got her confused with her friend Wendy. And so, sorry, I'm talking about Sonia from Belfouche.
Wendy and Sonia are friends. Nancy has confused them.
Because I didn't know who they were.
Well, I know. We don't know.
We're just names.
We're just names. Like, we
Unless you come up to us and talk to us, and then we know who you are.
Like, we're connected on Facebook, or we're connected wherever we're connected. Because then we get to, like, see faces in your pictures and your family, and we do it like that.
When we go into Runnings, which we sometimes do.
Runnings is a what?
It's like a general store. It just has a little bit of everything. It has, like, tractor supplies, little grains,
Like, we're talking Belfouche is a really small town.
It is.
But
it's the center of the nation, though.
It is the center of the nation, and it has the best quilt store. One of the best quilt stores. But we like it because it brings memories.
I was stopping anyways to buy this. What is this called? This is the S1.
Sullivan's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I didn't know, because we didn't know where to get it. And one of the response was that you could, Wendy wrote that you can get it at Runnings, and I knew I was going to stop there. So poor Sonia, I'm like, "Oh, are you the young lady that spoke to me about, the thread?" And she's like, "No, I'm the one that talked to you about the socks." And I thought, well, the heck, I like socks just as much. But anyway, so I did stop and pick a couple threads up. And she was right. The selection was small. But I mean, it's 49 cents. It's quite a bit cheaper than, we'll sort that out later. I got some for Jenny too, so she can use it.
But it's cheaper than DMC.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love learning how to stitch with new threads. I'm not a big silk fan, but I've used silk ones, so I probably need to give it a couple more tries before I roll silk out.
So, yeah. So that's the friends I met this time.
Again, I travel all the way to Key West from Sheridan, Wyoming. Meet no one. Nancy travels 2 hours east. Has all sorts of friends. But it's happened everywhere. Like, you've met people in Colorado. We met a lady that actually lives in Sheridan but was here in Gillette and recognized Nancy even though I was at the register right next to her. I think it's great. Like, what we would do. If you see us, reach out. If you want to just chit-chat on email, reach out. If you want to text, well, we'll figure that out too. So just please, like, know that we're all about sharing, learning from each other, so don't feel like you can't talk to us. All right. What you got next? Haul?
Yeah.
Do you have haul?
Well, all of this is haul. All of this is haul. Not the...
All the bags.
Yeah. And I have a little bit of haul and a little bit of gifts for you, but you kind of ruined that. It's all right.
It's all right. I'm excited. Oh, so I want to share something. We started to share this. Remember, everyone's doing the Book of Stitches. I feel like everyone's doing the Book of Stitches, where you write and you put stickers in it and you tell people, like, "Oh, this is what I did." Well, this is February's. Now, January, February, pretty good. I felt like I was pretty accomplished on tracking. So January's got lots of writing. It's in pencil, but you see how I wrote it in January.
Can I see it?
Well, it doesn't matter what it says. The words are not important. It's the fact that you know that there's print on the paper. That's February, again, filled out. Ready for March? It's really busy. Blank.
No, you got something right
Well,
in
I
there.
have quick chicks in our review, but I think I did that in February. Yep. This is why I didn't buy the Book of Stitches.
That's probably why I didn't buy the Book of Stitches either.
Because, and then, so April, it's a first start. Again, we're only on day 2 of April. I could maybe catch up. But I just, I get started and I fail to continue. I have all sorts of plans marked in this book, and I follow none of them. Because it's like a bright, shiny penny. Like, Market came out and I had to buy all these things.
Jenny, you said you have a lot of haul.
I do have a lot of haul. My first set of haul that I have is all the stuff I got when I was in Miami.
Miami.
So I bought I bought cards.
You don't even play cards.
No, I'm not playing cards. I brought them today before I left early to go chat with Mom. I bought them to make floss drops.
Oh.
But Mom called and I went and hung out with her. So I didn't get all my stuff done. But I bought playing cards. I spent yesterday recuperating from my long flight. I'm sorry about all the noise. And making needle minders.
Oh.
These, sister, are for you.
Oh,
There's a needle
thank
minder.
you. Oh, I had this sticker actually on one of my things.
That's the end of the world?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on. Oh, no. Yeah, this is, okay. Oops. Well, I don't know where it went. Oh, it's between my feet. Sorry, top of my head.
Remember, we can touch our toes.
We can touch our toes. Okay, I quit. Here is, so these were just little bracelets.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. These are mine too.
Yes. These
If
are
you
little,
separate them, the magazine, they don't stick together.
shush. These are little bracelets that I just cut up and,
That's a good idea.
you know, because I don't know what people choose to collect or not collect, but I mean, I want something that I'm going to use because otherwise it's just going to collect dust. So that's my whole point, is I like to use it. So I made a set for me.
Cute,
Oh,
cute.
you can't even see that. But anyways, I got this. I got the same bracelet for me. So there is this bar called Sloppy Joe's. It's where Ernest Hemingway hung out down in Key
Man, I
West.
love sloppy joes. Ooh, I should have sloppy joes for dinner. Are you missing an egg, honey?
No, I think no, that's yours.
No?
Yeah, it is.
No?
Yeah, it is. It's that one right there.
Okay. I was just trying to be helpful.
You're testing me. Anyways, so we went on this ghost tour. It really wasn't a scary ghost tour. I don't know why it was an adult ghost tour, but the lady shared a lot of like stuff with us. So the best part of the ghost tour, I'm not kidding you. So we're out standing outside of Captain. It's the bar that moved into where Sloppy Joe's original location when Sloppy Joe's moved over to Duval Street. And Duval Street's like the big, party street down in Key West. And this guy staggers out of the bar, skinny guy, probably late 50s, early 60s. Skinny guy. It's 10 o'clock at night. He is drunk. Garbage day is Sunday night in Key West. So all the garbage cans are lined out. So I'm standing next to a garbage can trying to hear this lady. He comes out. He's got his drink in a plastic cup. And it is topped off. And I'm talking it's a good sized plastic cup. Like not like a, it's a good. He sets something down in the garbage can. Guy's drunk. Gets on his bike. Picks up his drink. And rides away. Didn't spill a drop. My 17-year-old was like, Mom, best part of the tour, the drunk who didn't spill a drop of liquor. Hilarious. So that's what I did. I found myself in numerous spots, but I made myself needle minders. So I got this dragonfly at the Birch Museum, and that was up in Fort Lauderdale. We went to Little Havana. And I got myself my...
What does it say?
It says, Ooh La La Miami.
Ooh.
And that's the second part of that keychain. Anyways, I spent yesterday making needle minders. And then
that one's cute.
I got some flip-flops. A little Miami Vice. Because I'm a child of the 80s and we all watch Miami Vice.
Who wouldn't want to own an alligator in a boat?
And then just some, that's a parrot.
Cute, Jenny.
So that's what I did. And, I got my Bestitch Me from Brandy. It's cinnamon.
That's kind of pretty. It's actually more pink than I would consider cinnamon, but...
It's like a washed out Red Hot. And we went to a quilt store. I actually went to 2 stores down there. But the quilt store is the one that I had the most excitement at. Because I love chicken. So I got some chicken material.
Oh, Jenny, the project bags.
I know, the project bags you can make out of these things. I'm so excited. And my goal this year is to learn how to do, I got mini mosaic quilts.
Oh, I thought that was falling out.
And then Dan picked this one. My kid's into flamingos, my oldest.
Oh, did you see that specialty thing that you might need?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, I'll figure it out. I don't think it'll get done this year. And this made me happy. How about roosters? Steve picked one. That's the one Steve picked. This is the one I picked because this is my life. Oh, wait! There's something I should be paying attention to. And then I got a pineapple because we spent our time in Hawaii and they were big. So that's that. You got anything you want to share? Because I got more.
No, just keep going, Jenny.
Okay.
I'm trying to be good so I can spend a lot
Well,
of money.
this all just kind of came at once. And it's been 3 weeks worth. And I got my fat quarter shop.
I don't even like flowers, but Emma showed me this and I really like that bag.
So Emma, my oldest niece, her oldest daughter, we are in the fat quarter shop quarterly stitch. And this is tea time. And it comes with everything you need. A project bag.
Does it come with a needle?
It does.
Nice.
The pattern. And this pattern is if you want to see it in detail, Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop has this posted. You can just find her on YouTube. But it says spring.
And how much is this Squirrely Club?
It's like $30.
But
it's well.
You got a project bag, material, DMC,
material.
and some goodies, and
all the DMC you need. You got your material.
But can't you pick that or
You can. This is 28 count Lugana. The needle minder. The needle.
Ooh, some hand lotion.
We got some hand lotion. You should always. People say you shouldn't lotion your hands before you touch your stitches because it gets your material or whatever, but I have to. I don't know what it is about material and fabric, but when I start touching it, my hands become like soft paper. And then we got a pair of scissors. And there's a neat little, usually stitching gadget that she sends each one. It's not been the same. Like I've gotten, you always get the material, the floss, the needle minder, and the bag. But after that, you get something. It's a gadget, and you don't know about gadgets until you try them. So I think it's a good way to try them, because I don't know that I would have bought some of this stuff on my own. But because it came in my package, I use it, and I try it, and I decide if I like it or not. So I think it's just a good way. So this is my 5th one I've gotten, and I don't think I've been very disappointed.
Nice.
And the last thing I've got, I need a nap, is I put an order in with Bobby.
I've never gotten skills from Bobby.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, sis. But Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives.
Good job, Jenny.
I know, right? She is our go-to for a lot of the stuff. Send a little love out to her. She just lost one of her kittens. Isis. She was 21 years old. Like, that kitty. Oh, broke my heart. Anyways, I was eyeing this. It was a market release from Hands On Design, Kathy. And I can't wait. She's got like 25 pairs of glasses on. I usually have mine propped on my head. So I'm going to change her hair color to my hair color. Do a little something, something. I got the next Gobble couple, the newest release. It is Rudolph and Elfina Gobble Snow.
Oh, and I thought it was Halloween. That's why I was struggling.
It's the elves.
Cute.
I need the Christmas one too. You have it somewhere.
Are we gonna exchange? Like I'll give you.
No,
one,
I want to do my
you
Christmas. I'm gonna do Christmas. I'm working Christmas Gobble couples, and then I'll give it to you.
You can want in one hand, and you know what in the other hand, and we'll see what happens.
That was our dad's favorite saying. It used to drive me crazy.
Me too.
And then my birthday, and Drew's birthday, and so I'm not gonna stitch on those two for a while. But I think the piece I'm taking to StitchCon with me, because it just makes me so happy. Feed me and tell me I'm pretty.
That's awesome.
Who doesn't want a trash bandit? I love these guys. I killed one. I think you were all in September.
Yes, where I think somebody actually died, and I'm like,
it's just a raccoon, but he made me so sad. So I'm gonna stitch that in honor of my friend that I killed. So sorry.
I wanted to put a balloon on him.
We're not putting. He stayed there for like a day. I was like, somebody please clean that thing up. Like I didn't know if I was supposed to do it. I didn't know the rules. I could have done it. I just didn't know. But somebody was kind enough. Either that or some barman came along and cleaned them up. But whew, that's all I got.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Well, now that you have said something, I bought you a pair, myself a pair. I am a Slytherin, you guys, and Jenny is a Ravenclaw.
Oh, where'd you get these?
Oh, on the internet. I don't know, Jenny. Julie sent it to us, so.
Oh, okay.
The site.
Ah.
And this was supposed to be Jenny's big surprise. And I actually just found this material yesterday at Walmart, because I never go to Walmart. And somewhere, I have a whole container over there of Harry Potter material that I was going to make into Ravenclaw material, but I found that. So there you go, Jenny.
Thank you. I love it.
And then I finished my Bougie
stitcher.
stitcher.
Oh, I like it.
And I just did it with salvages.
What are what called? Stitch bags? I see what you're asking.
Yeah,
me.
like, yeah. So yeah. And like I said, I've been not stitching. I've been doing a lot of sewing, and then I have my quilt chicks. We'll talk about that too. Okay, go ahead. Let's talk about our BFFs since we have no mail.
We have no mail. That's okay. So our BFF. So it's funny. We search the internet separately because we live 90 miles apart, and then we talk a lot about stuff. And so I was in Miami yet? No, it was right before I left.
No, right before you left, yeah.
I think I wasn't sleeping well because I knew we had to get up at 3:00 to catch our flight out of Gillette or out of Sheridan. I'm in Gillette right now. But anyways, the flight leaves at 5:30 and you had to be there an hour early, blah, blah, blah. But I was on the internet. And this Jackie pops up. Cross stitch and chill. That lady has the most calming voice. And she's methodical when she stitches. But I just fell in love with listening to her because she does full coverage. And I'm not going to lie, that does not interest me. But her progress and the way she stitches is beautiful. And I love watching her do it. But she's a young mom. Mm-hmm. She has a boyfriend. She has a dog named Tank. It's her boyfriend's dog, but I think Tank's really, dogs just find their way into your heart. And she's just, again, she lives in Utah. So she's like, in my mind, she's a Western stitcher. So I was just,
she's a neighbor.
Yeah, she's a neighbor. I was super excited to kind of meet her. But anyways, I emailed Nancy or texted Nancy. I was like, hey, let's check out this one. And she's like, oh, I already subscribed to her.
No, I said we, because remember I have two. I have my own, and then I have the Bougie stitchers. And then when I was underneath the Bougie stitchers, I do try to switch back and forth so I don't, but yeah, we already,
so we picked her up. So we have our own accounts and then we toggle back and forth between Bougie stitchers because that's the one we use for the FlossTube. But yeah.
So Jackie, you're our BFF of the week.
You're our BFF of the week. So if you're not into full coverage, I'd pop over and just check her out, give her a little love, subscribe to her. She's been doing mostly about one a week, but they're not very long. She's only got 9, so you could catch up pretty quick. I did. But anyways, I'd pop over. Okay. All right.
Chicks. Hey, you gotta get our next one ready because that's not even there.
It's right here.
Yeah, so we are going to a retreat.
We are at the end of the month.
And I guess I don't know what we're talking about.
I just put it on there because we usually share a quilt to where we're at.
Okay, so this is what I've kind of been. Jenny picked this up for me when she was in Arkansas.
She ordered it, and I went and picked it up because it was
you cannot order it until when it's done.
So what is this? What was this?
This was a music. This was the row by row in 18, and I have a whole drawer of them that I've never done. So my challenge is to get to dwindle down. And so this is what I did, and this is what it's supposed to look like. Once again, I had to modify it a little bit because I didn't read the instructions. So this is my challenge, and it is now done.
Oh, you figured out how to do it.
I did. You just had to pull the back thread. My modifications, there's 2 of them. These are supposed to be tilted, except for I saw the 2.5, so instead of, it told me I had to have a 2.5-inch ruler, I thought these were supposed to be 2.5s. So I just cut them straight at 2.5. You're not supposed to do that because you have to supposed to cut them at an angle. And then these are the treble and the bass clef. But do you notice this little guy right here? You know when I noticed him? When I was gluing him on. So he got left there. I mean, these are all actually pretty good for me. I actually took my time, except for that one right there. So that's my challenge. Number 4, that's done. And it will we be at Ranch A when we,
No, we reveal in May, which I didn't understand because we pulled in March. Yeah, April, May.
No. The next time we film, did we figure that out?
Oh, here, let me look. Maybe we should film at Ranch A. No, that's the very end of the month. We'll have one in between because we film on Easter.
Yeah.
Are you guys coming up for Easter? Please tell me you are.
I have to see if I'm on call or not.
Okay. We have to figure that out. All right.
Now, Wheel of Doom.
Oh, I don't have my sound on.
That's good. I don't like that sound. Oh, there's Violet.
I know. I can't take her off yet. Oh. Strangest thing in your refrigerator.
That's a thinker.
What is? I don't know that I have anything strange in my refrigerator. I have condiments. My husband is the condiment king. Condiment upon condiment. We have probably 4 mustards. We have a spicy mustard.
But remember, Steve is he's a foodie. He makes really good food.
A regular mustard. We keep red pickled onions in our fridge. Ricotta. We make cheese boards like on the weekends, so we have tons of cheeses.
But you call them charcuterie boards.
Yes, that's what they're called. It's the fancy word for cheese and meat.
We would call them meat and cheese trays in my world, but throw a fancy word on them.
Sure. All right. You didn't answer.
I know. I was thinking about that. I have artichokes in my
That's not. I mean,
yeah.
Like some people keep weird things like makeup, and we just keep food. And we keep lots of different foods in our food.
When we were younger, we'd keep vaccine for the horses in our refrigerator. Does that count?
Well, I guess at some point in time that would be weird to have in your refrigerator. But yeah, we just keep food. I don't think anything weird's in my freezer. Now, what's the weirdest food I have in there would be a different, like, I had, like...
Oh, that's what it meant.
Oh, it could have been anything in your refrigerator.
No.
I just, like I said, like, ours just has food in it. We did have a science project in our refrigerator. My family, my husband he's famous for saying, I'll eat that for lunch. I'll eat that for lunch. And he's really good about eating, like, leftovers for lunch. And I just as soon eat a bowl of cereal than eat leftovers. My youngest hates to eat leftovers. So I usually do a lot of the meals, make and bring them down to mom, freeze them. And when I get down to, like, a meal or whatever, I freeze it and bring it down to mom. But anyways, I don't know. That was probably a dud. Well, hey, what's the weirdest, strangest thing in your refrigerator, people? Friends? Cross-stitch friends? What do you keep in your... We comment on that one. What do you keep in your refrigerator? Because that's how a lot of conversations get started. Like, just random conversation starters. So, okay, I didn't think we'd have a lot since you had nothing to show, but I felt like we've been talking for over an hour.
I got plans, which is
Plans.
unusual.
I'm sure people in hot places are drinking super cold ice water right now.
Yep. And I worked on my Quaker.
Oh yeah, and I want the Santa Claus Quaker.
I want a lot of things too, Jenny.
Oh.
All right, we're going to sign off.
We're going to sign off. Hey, let us know what's under your needle. Have a great one.
Is. Hi, FlossTube.
No, hi, FlossTube.
Hi, FlossTube.
Hi, FlossTube.
Once again, hi, FlossTube. We're the Bougie Stitchers.
And we're at FlossTube number 18. 19 is my favorite number. So next one, we really hope to be at 3,000 subscribers.
Jenny.
What?
Okay. Remember we started out with 50. Dang it, I just tried to get Jenny at a moment. Didn't get her.
I said a dirty word and she didn't hear me. Hi, FlossTube.
Hi, FlossTube. Oh, we're starting?
I don't know. We should probably start over. I don't know. That's what I do.
All right. Until next time.
Until next time. Happy stitching.